investment is run by a bunch of investment bankers, and their modus operandi.
Hello, I'm Fernando Lucchi, editor for Morningstar, and I'm joined today by Stephen Nichols. Stephen, he is the head of Aberdeen's fixed income product specialist team. Thank you for being here.
My pleasure.
Stephen.
Thank you.
Well, Stephen, now that the debt ceiling debate is over in the US, what should I do with the fixed income part of my portfolio? What role should the fixed income part play in a moderate portfolio?
Sure. It's a good question, of course, because the debt ceiling discussions are actually not really over. They've just been delayed now for perhaps a couple of months. To some extent, the debt ceiling negotiations were a huge distraction. The main focus of attention prior to that was, of course, whether Mr. Bernanke would lead a tapering, and of course that's also been a matter of some conjecture. But the important point is that the combination of the debt ceiling and also the combination of the tapering talk has left fixed income extremely attractive from a yield valuation. So certainly, given where yields had been previously, they now would form a very important part of a fixed income portfolio, and generally within that you can find good opportunities.
Mm-hmm. Well, Aberdeen has a very broad range of products in the fixed income segment, but for a Eurozone-based investor, which ones would you highlight?
Sure. Well, I guess it depends a little bit on what an investor's trying to achieve, but certainly there are great opportunities within the broader government markets, and particularly if you look at governments on the basis of a GDP weight, you can include quite a high number of emerging economies, or in fact economies that are quite well advanced in their development, and that would also present tremendous opportunities both from a yield perspective and also a return perspective as well. I would suggest that emerging market debt hedged into euros is certainly something that would be worth considering.
Yeah, well, they have suffered a lot recently.
They have done, and that means the yield levels are a lot higher. And the one thing about fixed income, of course, is that there's not a great deal of excitement normally associated with them, but they generally do pay the yields over time.
Yeah, so your recommendation would be diversification?
Absolutely diversification, but within that, fixed income markets now do offer some tremendous opportunities at these high yield levels.
Okay, well, Stephen, thank you very much for your views on the fixed income area.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
Investment is run by a bunch of investment bankers, and their modus operandi.